Do you know why you're going to have such a big turnaround when it comes to your life and when it comes to the month of September 2024? Well, let me tell you. You see, within the first, like about 4 days of September, you are going to be really working on something. You're gonna be doing something, and you're gonna be like kind of really into it. So this is either maybe to do with your work, or it's maybe even to do something, but it's to do with something that you enjoy doing, because you're going to be fully concentrating, you're going to be working on something, you're going to be doing something, and I do think that you're going to be like kind of enjoying yourself at the same time. Well, something really sacred is going to happen. Listen to me very carefully. Within the first 4 days of September, you are going to be working on something. You will be doing something, my gorgeous Sagittarius, my gorgeous Sagittarini. You will be working on something, you will be doing something, whether this is to do with your work, if you're working, or maybe if you're not working or you're retired. For example, you're still going to be working on something, you're going to be doing something, you're going to be fully into it. You're going to be fully, completely into it. And I am trying to help you to understand that it's a lot about like how concentrating you are going to be. You're going to be like really kind of concentrating, and at that moment in time, at certain moment in time, something you're going to be like fully into it, and at certain moment in time, at certain point, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you are going to have, first of all, you're going to be reminded. Now suddenly you're going to be thinking about your past while you are fully into it. Whatever you're going to be doing, you're going to suddenly kind of start thinking about your past completely out of blue. Completely out of blue. This is how every single sacred moment in our life happens, completely out of blue, because we are not prepared for it. We are not prepared for something like that. And there is a reason for this, because we respond in a completely different way. We don't have time to kind of think, we don't have time to prepare, or even better, we don't have time to overthink. Because when we overthink things, we tend to drift away from where should we be drifting towards. So this is what you need to understand. So first of all, you are gonna kind of remember suddenly your past, certain memories, and then boom, 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 these memories, without you even realizing, my gorgeous Sagittarini, are gonna be primarily responsible for you to have this vision. So there is this vision that you are going to suddenly have for the first time in your life. For the first time in your life, somehow you're clearly going to see, like, what do you want to do and what you don't want to do anymore. And this vision, it's a lot to do with like how you want your life to be and what exactly is indeed standing in your way. There is going to be such a sacred moment, like boom, something is going to become so obvious to you. My gorgeous Sagittarini, you have no idea how important this is going to be. And this vision, it's all going to be kind of leading towards like the certain lifestyle or the certain life you really want to live. And this in itself, it's like really subconsciously going to already kind of create this like kind of urgent feeling, which is always good, which is always brilliant. But that particular vision you are going to have, you're going to connect to it like never before. I say to you that for the first time in your life, there is something really specific going to be on your mind. Not that you didn't think about it before, but only now you're going to realize that this in itself is because like an idea that you had before, Only now you are going to realize how prominent this idea actually is, and you will realize that you're not going to be happy unless you go for it. You also need to understand that this is going to be such a sacred moment in time, because that particular vision, that particular realization, that particular idea is about to literally turn your life around. That particular realization, it's about to change your life forever, my gorgeous Sagittarini. So this is why this is going to be so big for you. In terms of numbers and numerology, number 369. You've got number 369, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and that means that you are probably going to have the most unexpected crossroads you are going to find yourself at this month. But this unexpected crossroads, there is so much more to it, because this in itself is going to create this situation where you are going to find yourself on this crossroads, and this is probably going to be the most unexpected thing ever in your life. You did not expect this whatsoever. Not that idea that already has been on your mind, but the way you are going to feel, the way you are going to feel, and every single aspect of your life is going to start making sense. Things that you've been through, happy things, bad things, negative things, positive things, everything is going to start making sense to you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, because every single thing you've been through for the last few years has been preparing you for this absolutely crucial moment in time. My God, you're really going to find yourself on the most unexpected crossroads of your entire life. Okay, and also even more so, within the first few days of September, you are going to have some kind of a spiritual experience, really unusual but really beautiful spiritual experience. And that beautiful spiritual experience you're going to have, it's more about you kind of like really reconnecting with yourself, because it's all going to start with you like kind of realizing some kind of a really unusual sign. And once you realize this unusual sign within the first few days of September as well, once you realize this unusual sign, you're also going to be reminded somehow that there is something really specific you're going to need to finish immediately. There is something you forgot, and there is something that you need to finish. There is something that you need to bring to an end. And whatever this is, whatever you're going to be reminded of, it's important to do something about it immediately, because it has come to an end a while ago. So now at this stage, it's only unnecessarily draining your energy. This is part of this amazing process I'm talking about. I mean, come on, just remember, you are going to have this vision, you are going to have this realization, you are going to, based on this idea which you've already had, this is going to change your life. So you just need to go with this amazing flow. So that's why within the first few days of September, you're going to have this vision, but also you're going to have this spiritual experience where you are indeed going to be suddenly reminded, not suddenly reminded, it's not out of blue. This is happening because most certainly it's meant to be happening. It's because one stage of your life, it's coming to an end, and another stage of your life, it's about another phase of your life, it's about to begin. But when that happens, we really need to kind of turn around and see. We need to be honest with ourselves, because when we are kind of moving forward in our lives, it's always so essential to understand that we are changing, we are growing, and we are evolving. As we are evolving, we have a different view on life, which is absolutely normal, which means that, we need new experiences, we need like kind of new people in our lives, we need new experiences in our lives, we need to pay attention to new directions, so we just go with this particular flow. Otherwise, we just kind of stumble upon and we kind of get stuck. So this is why this is going to be so important when it comes to your personal evolution, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Indeed, absolutely brilliant. And also, let me tell you, when it comes to the 5th of September, for example, when it comes to the 5th of September, yes, there is going to be some kind of disagreement you are going to have with somebody. There is some kind of disagreement you're going to have with somebody. And this disagreement that you're going to have, it's really kind of maybe going to make you feel just a little bit negative. There is something that you're going to feel so affected by when it comes to this disagreement, for example, and it really depends what exactly this disagreement is going to happen with, and there is something that you're going to feel kind of affected in a negative way when it comes to this disagreement, almost as if someone is going to like kind of offend you. Someone is going to maybe someone is going to be like a rude a little bit, or somebody's going to be too sharp with you, or somebody's going to offend you, and you're not going to like it. And there are certain things that are going to be told and you're really not going to like it. And because I can see you like later on, you're just going to really kind of be thinking about it, and you're going to be like, oh God, you're going to be thinking about it, and you're going to be like kind of like you're not going to be able to relax, because this is going to be on your mind like constantly. And what I was going to say to you, what's important here, no, it is not about this argument, no, it is not about this disagreement, okay? It's not about like maybe somebody being rude to you or something like that, but it's again what exactly is actually going to come out of it, because later on you're not going to be able to stop thinking about certain things that this person said, okay? And then suddenly you are going to realize this in itself, it's going to like really kind of awaken you. This is going to open your eyes, my gorgeous Sagittarini. This is actually going to have a really positive impact on your life. It is not about this person. It is not about this disagreement. It is not about exactly what this person said, but it's more about an outcome that this is actually going to have on you and an impact on your life. Because it's not about you just, oh my God, like beating your head around it and kind of thinking about it. It's more about what are you actually going to realize that you need to do. You are going to realize that now, you will realize that there is something that you used to plan, something that you wanted to do from a long time ago, some kind of some kind of old plan, it's suddenly going to come to the surface, my God. And this, or something that you wanted to do a very long time ago, this is going to be a very strange moment, something that you wanted to do like absolutely ages ago, some kind of an old dream, some kind of an old dream is going to come to the surface. You thought that you forgot about it. You thought that you kind of grew out of it. And that's what I said before. We are changing, we are growing, and we are evolving. New experiences, new directions in life. But it's not with everything. It's not with everything. Certain things, certain plans, we have to leave aside, we have to leave behind for a while. Okay? And we do this subconsciously. We are guided by our soul, we are guided by our spirit. We do this subconsciously. Why? Because certain plans are connected to our destiny. They're so big, they're so important, but we have to leave them aside for a while until we get the relevant experience in life. And then we once we have enough experience, we are kind of called back. We are in one way or another called back, and someone is going to be playing like this sacred role. So this person has been actually playing a rather sacred role, because it did awaken you, reawaken you, and now you're going to be reminded of that old plan, because you are ready. And this is going to be so connected to everything that I've actually said so far. It's going to be absolutely crazy, my gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed. So when it comes to this, you're going to be reminded of this old plan now suddenly, and that in itself, it's really kind of going to make you realize that you are going to need to take some bold and really ambitious choices. And that in itself is to do with you kind of like continue to move forward with your life, but it's also to do with expanding of your current plans. This is to do with an expansion of your current plans, but it's to do with an old plan from before as well. Okay, in order to like kind of to continue to move forward with your life. And I know that this may sound like a little bit confusing, but trust me, it's going to be so important, because it's leading towards the beginning of such a significant unfoldment in your life. Very important indeed. Just remember, this is a lot to do with endings that are going to lead to new beginnings, and that in itself, it's going to rejuvenate you, it's going to revive you, and you are going to feel this need to release situations and people that are holding you back, because this in itself, it's also marking the beginning of your spiritual transformation. What's going to happen on the 5th of September 2024. The next important date, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's going to be on the 8th of September. On the 8th of September, my God, do you know what? There is something going to inspire you so beautifully. You are going to have a really beautiful inspiration on the 8th of September. Really, something is going to inspire you so nicely, like something is really gonna have such a beautiful and healing impact on your soul and on your spirit. Something is really going to inspire you so beautiful. It's to do with this inspiration on this particular day. Whatever inspires you here, you need to commit yourself to it. You will need to commit yourself to it. Whatever inspires you on the 8th of September 2024, you need to understand that you're going to need to commit yourself to it. Okay? This is very, very important. Very important, because this in itself is also going to start the healing process. You, as long as you commit to yourself to whatever inspired you here in the first place, this is also going to start this wonderful process of healing, where you're going to notice that the certain things you've been suffering from, when it comes to the certain ailments, you're going to feel much better. And in terms of energy, you're going to feel so much more energy, especially when it comes to from the 8th of September onwards. You're going to feel a full of energy, both mental and spiritual, absolute and physical, absolutely brilliant. Three different types of energy, which is going to be so kind of beautiful for you, because at the same time, this energy is going to be primarily responsible when it comes to you having these additional ideas. What do you want to do with your life? And when it comes to this problem, there is this specific person in your life, it's going through something very difficult already. A younger person, younger spirit, maybe it's an older person with a young spirit, but there is somebody that you are fully aware of is having some kind of a difficult issues at the moment. And even if you're not aware, this is somebody in your life is going through something very difficult. And even if you're not aware of it, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you're going to be aware of it like at the beginning of this month as well. And this in itself, it's like also going to be important for you to understand that uh, um, what exactly that person needs to do. You know exactly what that person needs to do. You're the only one who knows what this person needs to do, and you're the only one you're the only one who is able to tell this person what to do. Because I know that sounds a little bit strange, but it's to do with a certain experience that you've had a very, very long time ago, something that you're fully well familiar with. So there is a certain person in your life that is also going to need your help on this particular day. And it's more like about you, like really just talking to this person, communicating to this person. And then there is something really that you are going to find out as well through that person. There is some kind of information you are going to find out, which is going to scare you a little bit. But it's not about that person. It's not about you. It's not about both of your situations, but something else that person is going to say, something maybe going on in the world or something like that. And first of all, you're going to find this information completely ludicrous. But then the more you think about it, the more this is going to make sense. And that information is going to be primarily responsible for you kind of starting to readjust. You will want to start to readjust your life immediately. You're going to feel like you need to kind of pay attention to something, or you're going to need to kind of prepare to something. And you would never be able to prepare to this unless you had this particular information. Something you're going to find ludicrous and crazy, but the more you think about it, the more it's going to make sense. And then later you're going to realize, yeah, that's 100% right. That's 100% right. The next important date, it's going to be on the 9th of September. On the 9th of September, you are going to be worrying about, there is something about money you're going to be worrying. There is something about finances you're going to be worrying. And you know what? It's like, this is why the 9th of September is going to be so important, because what exactly you're going to be worrying about money and about the finances, you have to There is something that you're worrying, don't get me wrong, but there is something you're worrying about persistently. Maybe to do with money, maybe to do with finances, maybe to do with some kind of achievement that would bring you money or finances. You are thinking about something so intensely here that you are preventing it from happening. I know. You're going to hate me for this, isn't it? But on the 9th of September, you're going to be worrying about money or about finances, or you're going to be worrying maybe about some kind of a project, or you're going to be worrying about starting something, but then you need money for this, blah, blah, blah. You just have to understand that there is some kind of a challenge that you're going to need to take here. You just need to go with like a huge, massive, like a leap of faith, to be quite honest with you. Whatever you're worrying about, whether this is about you starting something, whether this is about you, about finances, about money, you just need to release this worry, because this worry at this stage of your life, it's actually preventing this from happening. You just need to kind of relax around this aspect of your life so you can allow this energy to flow freely instead of getting stuck, instead of being blocked. You need to understand that you're very powerful when it comes to your mind, when it comes to your spirituality. You are more powerful than lots of other signs when it comes to like boom, 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 you wanting to manifest something. It's magical how powerful you are. Sometimes you need to give a credit to yourself whenever the credit is due. But you're also really powerful. My gorgeous Sagittarini works in both ways. If you're constantly worrying about something, then you may be kind of, you create this very unusual energy. And that energy is doing complete opposite to you from what you wanted to do. Okay, so you must realize that whatever you're worrying about here, it's going to be fine. And you can do something really interesting. On the 9th of September, there is a way to release this negative energy even quicker, even sooner. If you only listen to me, you're going to get this spiritual, sacred formula right, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Why? The moment in time on the 9th of September, you're worrying about something, whether this is to do with money, whether this is to do with finances, whether this is to do with you wanting to do something or starting something, but money, your financial situation is not allowing this, then it's to do with you needing to take a leap of faith. And at this moment in time, as soon as you start worrying about it, you just need to do something else immediately. You just need to go into this mode where you just thank God, you're just like, you're grateful for things for having this like happening in your life already, although it's not happening just yet. But it's the power of your manifestation that you need to understand that this is actually going to take over here as long as you allow it to happen. So this is what you need to do. Instead of worrying about this, you just need to say to yourself that things are going to be absolutely fine. And that way you're already going to like kind of get this energy going. So this is what I need to tell you. The next important date, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it is going to be on the 12th of September. On the 12th of September, you are going to again have this moment. You're gonna have this moment. I know this is like lots of you are not going to like this, but you're gonna have this moment where you are again going to become aware of this plant or a herb. Something is really going to get your attention. Something is going to get your attention. This plant or a herb, maybe it's something that you're gonna see for the first time. Maybe it's something that you see all the time. Like for example, let's say if you see dandelion, you see dandelions all the time, but only now you see this, oh, this gorgeous yellow flower, blah blah blah, whatever it is. It's so gorgeous, and then oh my god, I just remembered what Sasha said. This is exactly how you need to be. There is some kind of a plant or a herb that is going to get your attention. It is going to be either outside or it's going to be inside. Maybe it's going to be like while you're on the internet. Maybe you're going to be watching TV. But this in itself means that when you check the properties of that particular herb or a plant that got your attention, I can assure you 1,000,000% that this herb and a plant, or a plant, it's going to help you with like a major ailment that you're suffering, and this particular plant or a herb is absolutely excellent for it. If you don't know, if you're not aware of what this plant, which is going to get your attention, or a herb is actually good for, then just go on Google, type in the name of the plant or a herb, and then you will see its properties, what is actually good for. And I can assure you that one of the main things, it's going to be something that you are suffering from. This is why this is going to be so important, because at the same time you are going to really heal yourself in such a beautiful and a natural way as well. You have no idea how important this is going to be for you, and whichever ailment you're actually suffering from. You need to understand, and I'm sure you do understand, that there is out here in this crazy world. In this crazy world, there are lots of things which are indeed hidden away from us, sadly. So we have to be smart, we have to be clever, and we have to go with our intuition as much as we can. Your intuition is not going to lead you astray, and even if it does, there was a bloody reason for it. Do you know what I mean? But why am I trying to say? That in this world, for every single ailment, for every single thing that people are suffering from, there is a herb, there is a plant, there is a fruit which can help you. Can you hear that? Yeah, there is a herb, there is a plant, there is a fruit that can help you. And very often this, like for example, a walnut. Look at walnut. You crack a walnut, you open a walnut, and it looks like what? Like a brain. Walnut looks like a brain. And walnut is absolutely brilliant for our brain health, for example. So it's also very often is that a certain fruit and seeds, blah blah, they really resemble like a certain part of our body, and whichever part of our body they resemble, they're absolutely brilliant for it. It's just like they're out there. But lots of people are being sadly very closed-minded. When it comes to this, people are rather going to try something vicious, something chemicalish, than something natural. And this is the way people have been kind of closed in, and this is something that we really need to work on throughout our lifetime, to come out of. The more we come out of, the more we open our mind, and the more we realize that there is so much more to life. And this is just one of the things, my gorgeous Sagittarini, that just really is ever so important. The next date is going to be on the 15th of September. On the 15th of September, ooh la la, it's to do with this man. It's to do with this man. I really like this man quite a lot indeed. It's to do with this man. And I like him. He's very he keeps certain things to himself. And it doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like it, because this man maybe is kind of communicative and very open. But then again, on another hand, what lots of people don't understand, that this person is keeping like a lots of things to themselves, and people don't even realize this about this particular person. And this is somebody who or this is somebody who you look up to. For some reason, this man, is like, this man is very professional, very successful, and very spiritual as well. This man is like really going to inspire you. Through this man, there is a very powerful key you are going to get from. There is a very powerful key you are going to have from this particular man. When I say a powerful key, there is, some kind of a problem, and there's some kind of like a something, something that is going to be on your mind on that particular day. You're going to be dealing with something rather difficult, some kind of problem and some kind of issue that has been affecting you quite a lot for the last 9 weeks, especially for the last 9 or 10 weeks. There is some kind of a problem that has been giving you headache for the last 9 or 10 weeks. And when it comes to the 15th of September, this wonderful man, I really love this man to bits, is going to inspire you. This man is either going to tell you, what to do when it comes to this problem, what exactly to do, and it's going to be something completely different to what you would normally do. Or through that man, you're going to be like, bingo, you're suddenly going to realize maybe through that man what to do with this particular problem that has been giving you headache for so long, and this particular problem did actually, sorry, make you feel very often like you are indeed in a self-imposed prison. To be in a self-imposed prison is not good, but we all go through this at some point in our lives, or a few times in our lives. We all go through this. That's natural, that's normal, that's part of the progress. What's really important is, and what also is a part of the progress, is that at some point we need to really come out of that, self-imposed prison. And the longer we stay, the more difficult it's going to be. The longer we stay, the more like kind of we lose a sense, we lose this touch with reality, and we get used to being like that. No, baby, no. No, baby, no. So this is a crucial time for you to actually start coming out of it. So through this man, you're going to realize what to do. You're going to open your mind, because you will do something that you wouldn't do. You will respond to this problem in such a way like you wouldn't do this normally yourself, but you will know that, this is going to work for you. And the reason why you're going to get to this stage, because you're going to open your mind, my gorgeous Sagittarini. This man is going to open your mind so beautifully. And at that moment in time, you are about to come out of this self-imposed prison. This is important, because when we are in self-imposed prison, we are also like kind of tend to think negatively. Not only that we are not open-minded, which is ever so bad, but we also like kind of tend to think really negatively, and without even realizing. And then the more negative we think, the worse for our body and for our spirit and our soul that is, because it does slow down the process of healing, which is ever so important with everyday lives. So this is what you need to remember. By the time you get to the 20th of September, on the 20th of September, my gorgeous Sagittarini, on the 20th of September, you are going to have this, like, you know what, a really beautiful a new emotional experience. What are you going to be up to, my darling? On the 20th of September, you are going to have this brand new, beautiful emotional experience. When it comes to this brand new beautiful emotional experience, you know that your psychic abilities are going to be highlighted, which is always good. Your psychic abilities are going to be highlighted, and you're also going to become aware of very, very important social invitations or events that I strongly suggest to you to attend, because they're very, very, very important things you're going to find out that you would never find out otherwise. Very, very important indeed. Just remember, because this is the time when your psychic abilities are going to be highlighted as well. But what it is to do with this, like a new emotional experience, this is going to lead towards you really kind of wanting to move on with your life. This is to do with you, like, oh my God, at this moment in time, this is really going to do something big for you, because at that moment in time, you're really going to want to move on with your life, and you are already going to be thinking about some kind of opportunity that you already have. So you will be thinking about this opportunity that you already have. But just remember how connected all this is going to be. Your psychic abilities are already going to be heightened on this particular day, on the 20th of September. Your psychic abilities are already going to be heightened. And now you're going to be thinking about this opportunity that you already have, that you were already aware of. You see, bingo, that you're already aware of. And that particular opportunity is indeed the right opportunity, because this opportunity that you already were aware of is going to be playing a really big role when it comes to you moving forward with your life. So important. So this is something that you need to focus on. This is something that you need to focus on. But this is going to lead towards something that may put you off a little bit, because on the very next day, on the 21st of September, already you're going to find out that if you want to do this, then if you want to kind of go for this opportunity, then on the 21st of September, I'm worried that this is going to put you off, because you're going to realize that there is something that you're going to need to walk away from. There is something that you're going to need to move away from. There is something that you are going to need to leave behind. And I don't want this to put you off. I don't want this to put you off. I'm sorry, but it's to do with something that came to an end a long time ago. It's to do with something that came to an end a long time ago. So you have to be honest with yourself here. Why do you have to be honest with yourself? Because it's to do with something that maybe, please don't get me wrong, almost as if you will see yourself as a failure if you leave this behind. No, baby, no. No, baby, no. You're not a failure. You see, you're almost going to see yourself as a failure if you leave that behind, because it's to do with an aspect of your life that has been making you that you were like maybe so passionate about up until yesterday, up until 2 weeks ago, up until a few months ago. It depends, but it's not. It's the part of your journey. It's part of the process. This has come to an end because you're evolving, you're growing. Remember how everything is connected. So this is the way you need to view things. You just need to look at things from a different angle, and you're going to be absolutely fine. You're moving forward, and this is something that you most certainly need to leave behind, because you are moving forward towards much happier life, much more meaningful life, much more colorful life. This opportunity that you are going to have, it's not only like opportunity for you to move forward, to move on with your life, but this is also going to start a process where some very, very interesting people are going to enter your life. Very important people that you are indeed going to attract with your own pure energy. These people could be all sorts of people. When it comes to love, when it comes to emotions, when it comes to friends, when it comes to business, it depends what your energy is going to be inviting in. So this is why it's important to be like stress-free and as open-minded as you possibly can be. Absolutely brilliant. The next important date, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's going to be on the 23rd of September. Like, oh my God, on the 23rd of September, do you know what? You are going to, something very unexpected is going to happen. Listen to me very carefully. On the 23rd of September, you're urgently going to need to go somewhere. There is some kind of a call, some kind of a message that you're going to have, and you're going to feel like, oh my God, I need to go there like urgently. I need to go there immediately. You're going to need to go somewhere to resolve something. And you are indeed going to resolve this very, very successfully. This is not a bad thing. This is not a scary thing. This is only like a kind of like for you to understand what am I about to say. So first of all, on the 23rd of September, you're going to need to go somewhere urgently. My gorgeous Sagittarini, you're going to need to go and sort something out. And please do that. Please do that. And it's also like almost like I'm having a feeling that you will not want to do this. I'm having feeling like you're gonna feel like, oh no, I don't want to go, I can't be bothered, or I don't want to talk to her, I don't want to talk to him, I don't want to talk to these people, I don't want to do this right now. There is something which is gonna keep on making you feel so reluctant, like, oh my God. And I really hope that this is not going to win. This is a little challenge that you're going to have. Or maybe you're not gonna feel right. Maybe you're going to feel tired. Maybe you're going to feel negative. Maybe you're going to feel down. Maybe you're going to feel spaced out, my gorgeous Sagittarini. But this is all part of the challenge. This life can be amazing, but this life can be really weird as well. One of the weird situations. So I really hope that you will go through that challenge. It is the part of the challenge. You're not going to feel like you're going to go there, but I pray to God you do, because you are going to have your blessing on your way back. You will have your blessing on your way back. Not only you're going to do the right thing, but attending what you urgently need to attend in order to sort this out. Nobody else can do this for you. Don't not attend, because you're going to be sorry later. Something completely irreversible is going to take place, and no, baby, no. So sometimes in this life, we need to do things even when we don't feel like it. I'm not trying to be patronizing, but I'm just saying that sometimes we need to do things even if we feel really spaced out or we feel really bad. 99% of things is us just showing our face, and the rest is all done. But what is going to happen here on your way back, on this day, there is something crazy going to happen. This is difficult to explain. One of the most unexpected situations in your life are going to happen. You know, something is going to happen completely unexpectedly. You will maybe need to go somewhere completely unexpectedly, or you're going to end up being somewhere completely unexpectedly. And there is no other way of saying this. There is something silly, it's going to happen, but good. Something silly but good. You will be enjoying yourself and you will have a really nice little adventure, my gorgeous Sagittarini. You are going to have some kind of a little adventure where you are going to become aware of a couple of possibilities. And the more you think about these possibilities, the happier you are going to be. And this is going to be brilliant because there are certain things going to be highlighted on this particular day. Something for the first time in your life you will again connect to. This is the part of your new path. For the first time in your life, there are a couple of things you're going to connect to. This is something which is indeed going to be so important, not right now, but later on, especially at around the end of October. Yes, I said October, this is September. By the end of October, this is going to play an important role because you're going to find yourself on major crossroads. And this is the path you will take. This is the path you will choose. And this is why it's always so important to be as open-minded as you can. If we see something that we really want to do, if we see something, some kind of possibilities that we feel so connected to for the first time ever, you know it's a lot to do with your life and things that are meant for you. It's a lot to do with your destiny, especially when things come up in such an unusual way. Absolutely wonderful indeed. The next important date is going to be on the 25th of September. On the 25th of September, okay. So there is going to something kind of unusual and something a little bit negative. It's going to happen. An unexpected situation. Something is going to come to some kind of an abrupt end. Something is going to come to an unexpected end. But then again, at the same time, it's to do like with something that it did go through your mind that it's not going to work out or something may happen. So you had like some kind of a psychic moment, like a really spiritual moment about that. It is going to be unexpected, but it is something that it did kind of cross your mind. So, you know, first of all, you're going to be like, oh my God, you're going to be a little bit upset, you know, but then again, by the time you get to the 26th of September, you are gonna make such an important step. There is something really important you're going to do when it comes to your future, when an important decision when it comes to your future you're going to make, and you're gonna feel so happy. Already by the 21 day later, you're gonna feel pleased that this unexpected situation happened and something abruptly came to an end, because otherwise the next day you wouldn't be able to make that step, you know, to make that decision when it comes to your future. This is going to be brilliant, you know, and also at the same time, it's like really going to bring the best out in you, because you know, this is a lot to do with you just realizing how much more there is to life, how much more you want to do, how much more you want to try, how much more you want to explore. All this is going to be leading towards you the very next day making such an important decision when it comes to your future. This is yet again going to rejuvenate you, revive you. It's going to make you feel alive again. The beginning of such a beautiful transformation in your life, my gorgeous Sagittarini. You've been through so much. You've been through so much. And I can see this as such a big gift, a really big and sacred gift you're about to receive. The next important date, my gorgeous Sagittarini, sorry, 23, 27th, on the 27th of September 2024, you are going to have such a good news, a really brilliant news. On the 27th of September, you are going to be very happy. This is to do with an achievement, this is to do with a big victory, and this is to do with a big accomplishment, with a big recognition, and it's to do with you putting so much of your energy towards something. It's to do with your hard work. It's to do with your hard work finally paying off. And it's going to happen at the moment in time when you really started to worry about something. My God, just a couple of days before that, there was a moment when you were worrying about this because you were talking to somebody so close to you. You're going to have this conversation with somebody who's so close to you, and you're going to open up and you're going to talk about this element of your life that worries you so much, and how wonderful this is going to happen. A couple of days later, you get this news, you get this information when it comes to your hard work being finally rewarded. But this is only the beginning of it. This is only the beginning of it. When it comes to your hard work being rewarded here, the next 10 months are going to be out of this world. When it comes to your hard work being rewarded, you need to understand that you need to water this plant right now as much as you can. There is something really, really important you're going to need to do immediately. Immediately, there is something really important you're going to need to do. This is something I really strongly suggest you, because it's really a lot to do with your passion, and it's a lot to do with you making a really, really wise and smart choice as well. This is going to be really wise for you to do. I hope this is not too confusing. So you get a massive reward, but as soon as you get that reward for your hard work, there is something additional you're going to need to do, but you will know what this is, because this is going to be on your mind, because you're going to be like, oh yeah, oh God, now I need to do blah blah blah. And that's exactly what you need to do, and the sooner you do it, the better it's actually going to be. My gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed, this is ridiculously, ridiculously important. On the 30th of September, on the very last day, on the 30th of September 2024, my goodness, your patience is about to be rewarded. Your patience is about to be rewarded. There is some kind of restriction about to be lifted. Some kind of restriction it's about to be lifted, my gorgeous Sagittarini, on the 30th of September 2024. Your patience is about to be rewarded. Something has been restricting you all this time. Something has been, this was terrible. Something has been restricting you to the point where you started to kind of even change. You were even changing a little bit. It even started to change your personality a little bit. Only within the last couple of months, maybe you've noticed this. There is this problem, a really big and difficult restriction. You knew this has been restricting you, but only now on the 30th of September, you are going to have this news, which is going to blow you away. This news is going to blow. This is how it's all going to start. This news is going to blow you away. And it's to do with this terrible, terrible restriction, something you do not even like to talk about, something that you don't even like to think about, something that you decided to bury at the back of your subconscious mind, something that you decided to repress at the back of your mind. We do this when we kind of like we do this in order to protect ourselves so we can focus on other things in life, which is absolutely normal. But we must not do this for too long, because it's either going to prevent our personal process of evolution if we don't deal with it, or it's going to start affecting our healing process, which is what I mentioned before, ever so important. So you were aware of this restriction, but this is really going to surprise you. This news, this message, this information you are going to have. Oh my God. And you've been patient long enough, bless your heart. And now it's more about like some kind of collaboration. You're going to be thinking about some kind of like collaboration, and you're going to be thinking about you needing to have a really important conversation with two or three people, or one person even. You're going to need to have an important conversation now, because it's to do with some kind of collaboration that you're going to need to do. This is going to be really, really important for you to understand. And also, when it comes to the 30th of September, listen to me very carefully. Listen to me very carefully, my gorgeous Sagittarini. When it comes to the 30th of September, this is more important than you can possibly imagine. I know for a fact that at around, before the end of the day, in the evening on the 30th of September, before the end of the day, you will be really thinking about a certain option. You will be really, listen to me very carefully, before the end of the day, on the 30th of September, after all this, before you go to sleep, maybe in the evening, at night, in the evening, at night, on the 30th of September, in the evening, at night, you are going to be thinking about a certain option. You will be thinking about certain option. You will be focusing on a certain option. Okay, and this is to do with your vision. This is to do with your life. This is to do with your vision, and it's to do with your life. This option is really important. But when it comes to this option that you're going to be thinking about, you're really going to be worried. Sorry, you're really going to be worried to make some kind of compromise. There is some kind of compromise you're actually going to need to make, and this is something that is going to be worrying you. You're going to be like, oh, I don't want to make this compromise again. I don't want to make this compromise. I don't want to make this compromise. You need to understand, when you make this compromise, the moment in time you make this compromise, in exactly 3 weeks after that moment in time, you are going to have a message which is indeed again going to like blow you away, blow you away. And it's going to be in the best possible way, and it's going to be the outcome of what you've just done here. So when it comes to this option, very positive outcome, very brilliant outcome. This is going to give you a reason to celebrate in 3 weeks time. After you go for this option, after you make this compromise, in 3 weeks time exactly, you are going to have a massive reason to celebrate, a massive reason to celebrate, because only then you're going to realize what an ultimate change your life is actually going to have. Wow. So now, my gorgeous Sagittarini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationships. I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationships. Oh, you're going to feel really sad. Do you know why? Because you're going to feel really, really sad because you are not going to be able to do something that you both wanted to do so badly. Don't get me wrong, for the couples, you are going to have a bit of a negative news because you were just focusing, you are at the moment focusing so much on making a certain step, making a certain move, and you're putting lots of energy towards it. And why? What is going to happen is that it's to do with something that means to both of you so much. It's to do with an ongoing plan in your life and an important decision that you wanted to make for so long. But every single time you want to do this, you can't move on because something else happens. So now you will be thinking about making this important decision, like really important decision when it comes to both of your lifestyles. And then you're going to hear some kind of news and message, and this is going to make you worried a little bit. And this is just going to like kind of make you worried, and it's going to make you realize that you're just going to need to put certain plans on hold just a little bit, just a little bit. But you must not allow this to like really affect you to the point where you just have absolutely enough of everything. The problem is that you're going to plan to do something really big, so important to you, to make a really big, enormous, brilliant lifestyle choice, decision, big decision. But the problem is that you are going to need to put this like a plan aside for just a little while, because there is something else that you're going to need to deal with. Some other problem is going to come up, some kind of challenge you're going to need to deal with beforehand. And to try to make you feel better, when we have a big challenges before making some kind of big decision that we know is going to be good for us, this is actually a good sign. I know, but it's actually a really, really brilliant sign, which means that this is going to have even bigger impact on both of your lives, and something is happening with all these challenges. Something is happening because you're both being prepared for turning a new page over. So this is just part of the preparation you need to go through. This challenge, which is going to prevent you from making this decision right now, it's not like final or anything, but there is something really, really important you're both going to learn, and later on you're going to be grateful for it. You will see exactly what I mean. And when it comes to those of you who are single and ready to mingle, my gorgeous Sagittarini, let's see. When it comes to those of you who are single, look, that just popped out. Do you know what? When it comes to those of you who are single and ready to mingle, I think that you are going to have some conversation with somebody, a judge. No, I'm joking. A judge. You're going to have a conversation with somebody, my gorgeous Sagittarini, those of you who are single and ready to mingle. I think only now you're reaching this stage in your life when you're actually ready to meet somebody. You know how I know this? Because you will be talking to somebody in your life, somebody who you really like, somebody who you get on to, like your friend or a family member, somebody who you normally talk to. This person is very intelligent, somebody who you get on with, somebody who you open up to, somebody who you normally talk to, whether this is a friend or a family member. It is somebody who is really spiritual, but it is somebody who is very intelligent. This person is clued up about so many things, and this person doesn't even come across as somebody who's so clued up about so many things. Only when you start talking to this person, you realize how much this person knows and how clued up this person is. You know, do you know who am I talking about? Well, when it comes to those of you who are single and ready to mingle, you are going to be talking to that person. You are going to be talking to that person. And why am I talking about this so much? If you're single, because that person is going to play a huge role here when it comes to you finding out that you're actually ready to meet somebody. You know how that person is going to suggest something to you. You're going to be talking about maybe your love life, or you're going to be talking about your emotions, so you're going to be talking about personal things. And then through that person, you're going to realize that you're ready to meet somebody somehow. And you're also, that person is also going to suggest something to you, to do something or to go somewhere. You need to listen to suggestion. You need to listen to the advice this person is going to give you, because this advice is going to lead you towards somebody really beautiful, towards somebody really special. You're going to cross your path with somebody who's meant to be for you, with somebody who's meant to be with you, but you just need to give it a time a little bit. Now, this is going to lead towards one of the most beautiful divine interventions in your entire life. When it comes to love, when it comes to stranger in the night, Sagittarini in the morning, stranger in the night, Sagittarini in the morning, stranger in the... Honestly, divine intervention, it's about to take place, and it's going to happen in such a way that that person is going to suggest to you to go somewhere. And wherever this person tell you to go, whatever to do, that's how you're going to cross your path with somebody so beautiful. Somebody so beautiful. You're going to feel blessed when you meet this person, you know. And it's more at this stage of your life, it's more about trying to find out and work out who this is and what this advice is, because this advice is going to be absolutely crucial. But it's about you kind of being told to go somewhere and to go somewhere, a certain place or something maybe, and then that place you're going to really come across this really beautiful person, which is going to like kind of, you know, that person is going to cross your path before you meet this person. That person is going to cross your path before you meet this person. So even before you know each other, you will be visiting the same place. I mean, it could be September, October, November. It really, really depends. It's difficult to be specific with this because some of you are right on time, some of you are a little bit behind, and some of you are a little bit ahead. So it's difficult to say. But now the most important is to listen to the guidance of this amazing person, because this person is guiding you on the right path where you're going to meet somebody really beautiful. But it's not only about that, it's more about the experience that is going to come with it as well, which is ever so needed for the transformation of your own soul. Um, and for those of you who are single and not ready to meet somebody, for those of you who are single and not wanting to meet somebody, my gorgeous Sagittarini, let's see. Let's see, because maybe you don't want kissy kissy. Do you know what I mean? So for those of you who are single and not ready to meet somebody, oh, you are going to make a really bold choice. You're going to do something really brave, really brave, really brave. And that's your message. You're going to do something really brave. And guess what? You're going to be so pleased because you did what you did, my gorgeous Sagittarini. You're going to make a really brave move. And the brave move this is for those of you who are single and not wanting to meet somebody. I think at around the 19th of September, at around, this is a special message just for you. At around the 19th of September, you are going to make a really bold choice, a really brave move, something that you consider really brave. There is something that, it's to do with your dream. It's to do with you following your dream and feeling this sense of urgency, but knowing that everything is not right. Everything is not perfect. Just a few years ago, it would have been perfect for you to go for this dream, for example, to follow through. But now certain things changed and sadly it slowed you down. So it's not as nice as it used to be like a few years ago. But it still requires from you to be strong and to follow your dream on the 19th of September 2024, because you are going to make this move, and this move is going to be so beneficial for your own happiness. This is going to lead towards you being so much happier. You will move on with your life and you're going to be so much happier. You will live your life in such a way where you get so much more out of your life every day, on daily basis, not just waiting for certain things or waiting for certain days to enjoy yourself and things like that. We need to make the most out of this life where we enjoy every day, every single day, the best we can, and that's the way to live. Okay, my gorgeous Sagittarini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. And now it's time for something really, really special. Now it's time, my gorgeous people, for something really, really beautiful. This brand new pendant I have in my store, I only have literally few of them. So once they are gone, they are gone. This gorgeous pendant I have, it's an absolutely stunning amethyst pendant. Okay, this is a white gold amethyst pendant, and I don't know if you can see it that well. It's absolutely stunning. This gorgeous amethyst pendant, it's in white gold, and it also has two diamonds on each side. Okay, I don't know how well this camera is actually focusing. This is a quite dainty but ever so beautiful pendant, amethyst pendant set in white gold with two little diamonds on each side. And yes, these diamonds are real diamonds, like this amethyst is a high quality amethyst as well. When it comes to this gorgeous white gold amethyst pendant with two diamonds, two little diamonds on each side, of course they're not huge, of course they're not massive, but this also white gold pendant, and this is a sterling silver chain that this comes with. Yes. And also when it comes to amethyst, amethyst is absolutely brilliant and a very powerful crystal in many different ways, because it does have a power to enhance our immune system. And also on top of that, it helps with anxiety, depression. It helps to clear mind. It helps to wash away toxic thinking, but also it encourages sleep patterns, and at the same time it eases tension, because it's absolutely essential for spiritual balance in itself. When we wear amethyst, and we are in a relaxed state of mind, we have like all sorts of insights we wouldn't normally have. So amethyst is probably one of the most significant crystals you can actually get in terms of achieving such a perfect balance within our bodies, okay? And also, when it comes to diamonds, for example, my gorgeous people, diamonds are also having a spiritual effect and a spiritual impact on our body, because diamonds, on another hand, believe me or not, makes us fearless. What a mind-blowing combination this actually is. Not only this gorgeous pendant is just so beautiful, so gorgeous, but at the same time, it is ever so powerful. This is so gorgeous, like I cannot explain. As I said, I'm so excited, my God, about this pendant because it's very, very gorgeous. But also, I've only have, few of them. As I said, once they're gone, they're gone. Absolutely stunning and a really, really unique little piece as well. I really hope you can see this. Absolutely gorgeous. And of course, if you would like to buy this gorgeous pendant, the link is going to be in the description below, but also you can check on top of the comments because I will pin, the links for these crystals on top of the comment section as well. But on another hand, you can also find the link for this pendant, like it's going to be either here or either here in one of the top corners. You will be able to click on it and the link is going to come up that way as well. Or on another hand, you can simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop and my page is going to come up that way. Just click on it and you will see the first two products on top of my shop are going to be my two latest products I've just advertised. So you're either going to find this in the description or on top of the comments, or it's gonna be one of the two corners above me, or you simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop and my page is gonna come up that way as well. And of course, if you would like to buy this gorgeous pendant, the link is going to be in the description below, but also you can check on top of the comments because I will pin, the links for these crystals on top of the comment section as well. But on another hand, you can also find the link for this pendant, like it's going to be either here or either here in one of the top corners. You will be able to click on it and the link is going to come up that way as well. Or on another hand, you can simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop and my page is going to come up that way. Just click on it and you will see the first two products on top of my shop are going to be my two latest products I've just advertised. So you're either going to find this in the description or on top of the comments, or it's gonna be one of the two corners above me, or you simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop and my page is gonna come up that way as well. I'm so excited when it comes to this, my gorgeous people, because this is probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever had in my store, to be quite honest with you. This is a blue topaz bracelet, sterling silver bracelet, and it's not only like a genuine blue topaz, but this is also handmade. This absolutely gorgeous handmade bracelet. It's 10 millimeters wide, so that's quite wide if you know what I mean. And it's also 7.5 inches long, which is a standard bracelet size. What I find it absolutely stunning. Look at this. I find it absolutely stunning because the way this bracelet is made, the way it's designed, it's absolutely gorgeous. And also it's a genuine topaz. and the blue topaz, it helps you to cultivate intuition. It helps with mental sharpness, for communication skills, and for self-assurance as well. So when it comes to confidence, this little bracelet, it's absolutely brilliant. I mean, look at how gorgeous this is. I mean, I'm not being funny, but as I said, this bracelet is probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever had in my store. And the fact that it's got a blue topaz and blue topaz crystal is just so powerful, especially when it comes to, boosting our energy in general, when it comes to our communication skills, when it comes to our intuition. I mean, all these things are always leading us towards us coming out of our comfort zone. So when we wear this, we also at the same time we come out of our comfort zone, which is ever so important when it comes to us having a progress in life. Honestly, my gorgeous people, I don't know if you can see how beautiful this actually is. Blue topaz. And let me tell you, on top of all that, blue topaz, it's quite rare. And I'm talking about a genuine blue topaz here, like a high quality blue topaz. This in itself, it's actually a very, very rare crystal. And it's not only extremely powerful, it's not only extremely beautiful, but it's also quite rare as well. Absolutely stunning. Look how beautiful this is. My gorgeous people, I'm so excited about this bracelet, to be quite honest with you. And if you buy this, you will see exactly what I was talking about, how beautiful this gorgeous bracelet is. And when things are made handmade, they have a completely different energy. It's a completely different energy. It feels different. Do you know what I mean? But I suppose you can only know how it feels once you buy it. But it's absolutely beautiful. It's the type of bracelet that everybody's going to notice. It's just so striking, so gorgeous to look at. But then on another hand, it is ever so powerful, because it kind of, brings like tremendous impact into our lives just by wearing it. I mean, anything that increases our confidence, anything that's so positive and beneficial for our mental sharpness, anything that helps, with our communication skills, and anything that helps with our self-assurance in general, we cannot possibly go wrong with, can we? Absolutely brilliant. There you go. Look at it again. It's stunning. So, my gorgeous people, if you would like to be the owner of this gorgeous bracelet, again, I haven't got that many of them in stock because they are handmade. You see what I mean? So, once they go, I suppose they will go. But at the same time, if you would like to buy this gorgeous bracelet, my gorgeous people, then you will see that the link is going to be in the description below. Okay, the link is going to be in the description below this video. I also put the link in the card somewhere above me. They're going to be the link for it as well. But I'm also going to place the links on top of the comments. I will pin, this bracelet on top of the comments, and you will see where you can actually buy this. Or on another hand, you can just go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop, and my page is going to come up that way as well. You will see somewhere on top this bracelet is going to be, because it's a brand new item in my store. But I really have to say, it's absolutely gorgeous, absolutely stunning. And if you buy it, you will see exactly where was I coming from. Absolutely stunning. I don't know if you can see the details. The detail, is it focusing or not, the camera? Absolutely stunning. Okay.